Welcome to Go Fact Yourself, the Top 10 Lists podcast.
Great to be here.
Today, we are setting off on a top 10 journey.
Oh, yeah. Where to?
Into the lives of people who, really looked death in the eye and just walked away.
Ah, the ultimate survivors.
Exactly. You, our listeners, sent in some amazing top research, and we've boiled it down to the 10 absolute most unbelievable stories. Seriously, prepare for some WTF moments.
It really does push the boundaries of what you think is possible, doesn't it? These aren't just close calls.
Not at all. These are people who, well, they just shouldn't have made it.
Yeah.
Somehow. They did.
Chance, resilience, maybe something else entirely. It makes you wonder.
Totally. So let's kick off this top 10 journey. Number 10.
Okay, I'm ready.
This one involves Father Francesco Zamboni. He was a military chaplain in the World War II.
Right.
So 1944, his bomber gets hit over Nazi territory.
Okay, bad situation already.
Very bad. And then, well, Father Zamboni falls 20,000 feet.
Right, 20,000 feet.
Yep. And here's the kicker. No parachute.
No way. That's impossible. Terminal velocity, the impact.
You'd think so. But apparently he landed in this really dense pine forest covered in snow.
Okay, so the trees and snow might have cushioned it a bit.
Must have done more than a bit. He survived. Broken leg, cracked ribs, but survived.
Just like that. After falling that far.
They found him just wandering around praying.
Unbelievable. What about the rest of the crew?
Tragically, no.
Yeah.
The pilot, the others, they didn't make it.
Wow.
And get this, Father Zamboni, back on duty in a month.
A month.
Yeah.
That resilience is incredible. The environment must have played a huge part. That snow, those trees.
Had to be. Okay, moving on. Number 9.
Let's hear it.
We're heading to Sydney, Australia, 1803. A French criminal named Joseph Samuel.
Right, colonial Australia. What is his crime?
Robbery and murder. He was sentenced to death. By guillotine.
Ah, the guillotine. It's a sign for efficiency, right? Quick, clean, usually.
Usually being the operative word here. So they take him to the scaffold. First attempt.
Yeah.
The rope snaps.
Whoa. Okay, that's weird. Bad omen, maybe.
BB. So they
Yeah.
try again. Second attempt. The whole guillotine mechanism just malfunctions. The blade doesn't fall right.
Twice. Something's definitely going on here.
It gets weirder. Third time's the charm, right?
Yeah.
They fix it, release the blade.
Yeah.
It hits his neck.
Yeah.
And bounces off. Doesn't decapitate him.
It bounced off his neck.
Okay.
How is that even possible? Neck muscles, a dull blade.
Who knows? But the crowd watching, they went nuts.
I bet they did.
They took it as, like, a sign, divine intervention,
Absolutely. You can see why. 3 failures like that.
Exactly. And it actually worked. The public outcry was so strong, his sentence was commuted right then and there.
Wow. So the guillotine failed him, but saved him in a way. What a story. Imagine being that executioner.
Yeah, talk about a bad day at the office. Okay, number 8.
All right.
Espionage time. Dusko Popov. World War II again. British triple agent.
Ooh, triple agent. Yugoslavian, working for the Nazis, but really for the British. That's walking a tightrope. Seriously. This guy's life makes fictional spies look dull. They apparently called him the Rasputin of the Reich.
Because he just wouldn't die.
Pretty much. He survived so many things, like cyanide poisoning.
How?
It was in a cake. He apparently just vomited it up and kept going.
He just threw up cyanide and went back to spying. The Constitution on that man.
Right. Then, another time, he gets shot in the leg during an escape
Okay.
and proceeds to swim half a mile in icy water with the bullet still in him.
That's almost superhuman endurance. The shock, the cold, the blood loss.
And wait, there's more. On another mission, he had to hide, so he pretended to be dead
Okay.
in a pile of actual corpses for 2 days.
2 days. The mental fortitude alone.
Incredible, isn't it? After all that, you know how he died.
Let me guess something equal dramatic. Exploding pen.
Nope. Natural causes. Lived to 69.
Huh. Almost an anticlimax after everything else. But a long life.
No,
considering.
very long life for a triple agent. Okay, number 7. This one's pretty famous, actually.
Oh, yeah. Phineas Gage, the railroad worker.
Ah, Phineas Gage. 1848, the tamping iron incident. A classic in neuroscience.
Exactly. So for anyone who doesn't know,
Yeah.
an explosion sent a huge iron rod, like 3.5 feet long,
Massive thing.
right through his head, in through the cheek, through the front part of his brain, out the top of his skull.
The injury itself is just staggering to visualize. Should have been instantly fatal.
You absolutely think so. But Phineas, he was reportedly conscious afterwards, talking even.
It's mind-boggling. Suggests the damage, while horrific, somehow missed the absolute critical areas for immediate survival. The brainstem, major vessels? Maybe?
But it definitely changed him, right? That's the famous part.
Oh, completely. His personality shifted dramatically. He became impulsive, unreliable. The Gage case was really pivotal. It showed how specific brain areas, especially the frontal lobes, connect to personality and social behavior.
Yeah, yeah. And his life after was, well, strange. He traveled around sort of a medical curiosity.
Became a bit of a sideshow exhibit, didn't he? Even joined a circus for a while.
Yeah. And ended up driving stagecoaches down in Chile. Talk about adapting.
It really speaks to the brain's plasticity, its ability to reorganize, but also how devastating localized damage can be to who we fundamentally are.
Wild stuff. Okay, number 6. We're going way back. 11th century Byzantium.
The Eastern Roman Empire. Okay. Intricate politics, plotting. Should be good.
Empress Zoe. And her story is, well, she had a habit of not staying dead.
Not staying dead. As in?
As in, reports of her death were, shall we say, greatly exaggerated multiple times.
Okay, intriguing. In that era, rumors and plots were standard, especially around powerful figures, poison, exile.
Exactly. Allegedly, she survived poisoning attempts. She was exiled, supposedly drowned, maybe even mummified alive or entombed.
Mummified alive, that sounds particularly unpleasant.
Right. But each time, she'd either get rescued or just reappear, alive and well.
So were these genuine near-death experiences or perhaps clever political maneuvering? Faked deaths to flesh out enemies, maybe?
Could be. Apparently, one time, the public rioted, demanding her corpse be returned because they loved her. And then she just appears at a window, very much alive. Imagine the confusion.
That definitely suggests some complex games were being played, using public sentiment.
Yeah.
Very Byzantine.
And she reigned for decades, outlived 3 husbands.
3? And how did they die?
Mysteriously, let's just say suspiciously conveniently.
Empress Zoe sounds like someone you wouldn't want to cross. A survivor in more ways than one.
Definitely seems that way. Okay, cracking the top 5. Number 5.
Right.
This one is, it's incredibly sobering. Tsutomu Yamaguchi.
Ah, I think I know this name. The man who
survived 2 atomic bombs.
Yes. Hiroshima and Nagasaki. It's almost incomprehensible.
It really is. So August 6, 1945.
Yeah.
He's in Hiroshima on business. The first bomb drops.
How close was he?
Less than 2 miles from the epicenter. He got severe burns, ruptured eardrums, temporary blindness, but he lived.
Surviving that close? The heat, the blast wave, the radiation. It's miraculous, frankly. Shielding must have played a part somehow.
Then, incredibly, he manages to get on a train back home to Nagasaki.
Oh, no.
He arrives August 8th, goes to report to his boss the next day, August 9th, telling him about Hiroshima.
And the second bomb hits Nagasaki while he's there.
While he's literally describing the first bombing.
To endure that twice, the physical trauma, the psychological horror, the cumulative radiation dose, it defies belief.
Absolutely. Yet he survived. Again.
How long did he live?
He lived until he was 93.
93, after 2 atomic bombs.
Yep. And in his 80s, he became an advocate against nuclear weapons, sharing his story.
What an incredible testament. A powerful, tragic, but ultimately vital voice against those weapons. His life is just, wow.
Truly. Okay, number 4. Another quite famous one, Vesna Vulovic.
The flight attendant?
The very one, Yugoslav flight attendant, holds the Guinness World Record for, well, surviving the highest fall without a parachute.
Right. Over 33,000 feet, wasn't it?
33,330 feet, to be exact.
It's just staggering. How did it happen again?
1972. Her JAT Airways flight exploded midair over Czechoslovakia.
Bomb, wasn't it?
Believed to be, yes. Tragically, everyone else perished. She was the sole survivor.
And she filled that entire distance. How?
They found her in the wreckage. She was apparently pinned inside a section of the fuselage, maybe the tail section, and it landed on a snowy, forested mountainside.
Ah, so similar to Father Zamboni, the fuselage offering some structure, maybe slowing the fall slightly, and the snow and trees cushioning the impact. But still, 33,000 feet. The forces involved are immense.
Oh, her injuries were horrific.
Right.
Fractured skull, crushed legs, broken vertebrae. She was in a coma for nearly a month. 27 days.
And she recovered.
Incredibly, yes. She eventually went back to work for the airline, though not flying, became a national hero in Yugoslavia.
What an icon of survival.
And she even got involved in politics later, opposing Milosevic, lived to 66. She used to joke she only survived because she never learned how to die.
What spirit. To go through that and still have that kind of resilience, that humor even. Amazing.
Truly. All right, number 3. This one sounds like something out of, I don't know, a pulp novel.
Okay, lay on me.
Blagoje Jovovic, an anti-communist resistance fighter. He tried to assassinate Tito, the leader of Yugoslavia.
Okay, high stakes already. Assassinating Tito would have massive consequences. Did he succeed?
No, the attempt failed.
Yeah.
But apparently it put him on Stalin's radar. Big time.
Oh, that's not a list you want to be on. The KGB coming after you?
Exactly. And according to the sources, Stalin ordered him eliminated. And get this, KGB agents allegedly tried to kill him 6 times in one day.
6 attempts in 24 hours. What kind of attempts?
All sorts. Poison in his drink, he vomited it up.
Okay.
He tied the wound and ran. Shot twice, but missed anything vital. Drowning attempt, he played dead. Hanged, the rope broke.
The rope broke! This is getting ridiculous. What else?
They clubbed him. He pretended to be unconscious, somehow got hold of a gun and shot back.
He fought back after being clubbed unconscious. This guy, was he made of iron? Or just incredibly lucky and resourceful? Or maybe the assassins were just really bad.
Maybe a bit of everything.
Yeah.
After all that, he escaped into the mountains and just vanished for decades.
Wow, that's not history, that's almost legend. 6 times in one day.
Reads like an action movie plot, doesn't it? Okay, number 2. Back to the U.S.
Right.
Theodore Roosevelt. 1912. He's running for president again for a 3rd term.
Ah, the Bull Moose campaign. Yeah, I know this one. The speech.
Exactly. He's on his way to give a campaign speech in Milwaukee. And a man shoots him. Point-blank range. In the chest.
A truly shocking event. But Roosevelt was known for being tough, the whole Rough Rider persona.
Understatement. So the bullet goes through his steel eyeglasses case, which he had in his pocket,
Lucky break number 1.
and through a thick folded copy of his 50-page speech manuscript.
Lucky break number 2. Slowed it down considerably.
Must have. It lodged in his chest, but didn't hit anything immediately fatal, apparently. So what does Teddy do?
He insists on giving the speech.
He absolutely does. Gets up on stage, tells the crowd, "Friends, I shall ask you to be as quiet as possible, and I don't know whether you fully understand that I have just been shot."
Such a famous line. Pure Roosevelt.
But it takes more than that to kill a bull moose. And then he speaks for 90 minutes.
90 minutes with a bullet in his chest. Coughing blood, apparently.
Yeah. Refused medical attention until he was done. The sheer willpower.
It's extraordinary. A display of physical toughness and, I suppose, political showmanship, too. Rallying his supporters through sheer grit.
And he lived. Kept the bullet in him for the rest of his life.
An indelible part of his legend. Just amazing fortitude.
Okay. We've reached it.
And
Number 1. The most unbelievable story of survival we found on the top research.
all right. After Roosevelt, after the atomic bomb survivor, after the guy who fell 33,000 feet, what could possibly top those?
Lev Zasetsky,
Yeah.
Soviet soldier, World War II.
Okay, another wartime story. What happened to him?
He was captured by the Nazis in 1942, and he was shot in the head.
Shot in the head and survived, like Phineas Gage.
Similar, but also
Yeah.
different. The bullet damaged the left side of his brain significantly,
Yeah.
but that wasn't the end of it.
Go on.
After shooting him in the head, his captors made him dig his own grave.
Oh, God. That's brutal.
Then they shot him again and buried him. Alive. In a mass grave with others.
Buried alive after
Right.
being shot in the head. I don't see how anyone comes back from that. Medically, it seems impossible.
It really does.
Yeah.
But somehow,
Yeah.
that night,
Yeah.
he regained consciousness
In the grave.
in the mass grave.
Yeah.
And he managed, somehow, to claw his way out.
He dug himself out after that injury.
While buried.
Yes, he was partially blind, partially paralyzed from the head wound, but he got out.
That's me speechless. What happened then?
He hid for 2 years in the forests, surviving on berries, bugs, whatever he could find,
2 years, injured like that, alone.
until a Red Army patrol finally found him.
And he lived.
He lived until the 1980s. He even managed to write his life story painstakingly with his non-dominant hand because of the brain injury. His story, the resilience, is just off the charts. And neurologists studied him, right?
Yeah, his case became really important for understanding brain function, how different parts work, how the brain can sometimes adapt even after catastrophic damage. The man with a shattered world, they called his story.
What an apt title to literally climb out of your own grave after that. That's number 1 for a reason. Unbelievable.
Absolutely unbelievable. And that wraps up our top 10 journey for today.
Wow. What a list. From priests falling from the sky to guys digging out of their own graves, it really covers the spectrum of impossibility.
It really does. Makes you think, doesn't it?
Yeah.
About luck, sheer stubbornness, Maybe something more we don't understand.
Definitely leaves you wondering about the limits of human endurance and, well, fate itself.
We hope these stories sparked something for you listeners, maybe made you question things a bit. Which one blew your mind the most?
Yeah, we'd love to hear if you've come across any other stories like these in your own research or reading.
Let us know. And please join us next time for another Top 10 journey into the weird and wonderful corners of history, right here on Go Fact Yourself, the Top 10 List podcast.